Sparrows, and welcome back to Green-Eyed Starlight. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Brandy and I'm working to live a life worth living through art, movement, and exploration. So I don't think I need to tell anybody that the world is crazy right now. But if you've been watching my channel for the last year or so, you know that I am self-employed. And if you didn't know that, well, now you know that. Long story short, I quit my full-time job back in June of last year, and I have absolutely loved it. From the highest of the highs to the lowest of the lows, and boy have there been some lows. Nothing as low as what we're currently facing, but we're working through it. I've actually even made 5 or 6 videos on the topic of self-employment. If you would like to go check those videos out, I will leave them linked above for you to go check out. Really good, especially if you're just starting out your self-employment journey. And I've gotta say, after those 5 or 6 videos and the past 10 months, none of that at all has been able to prepare me for what we're currently facing, and that is being self-employed during a pandemic. It's not fun, it's not trendy, but that's where I'm at right now. And I have a lot of friends who are also self-employed, whether they're gig economy workers or freelancers or they own their own business or whatever. And a lot of you have actually responded in the comments to some of my older videos telling me your journey with self-employment and all of that. And I think that is amazing. Like I said, have loved my self-employment journey up to this point, and I'm still trying to find the beauty and the good parts of even what we're facing right now. But with what's going on right now, it feels like there's a lot of stuff that is out of our control, that we, have no say in the matter or anything like that. Like, honestly, the fact of anything that's happening right now, I don't think I could have ever prepared for this, and the fact that I don't think I could have ever dreamt up what we're facing right now. Truly, I don't think in my wildest dreams with my most creative hat on, I could have come up with this scenario. And I think that's really important to note, because at the end of the day, this is not something that any of us could have truly prepared for. Like, I don't think any of this is something someone could have predicted, I'm gonna start planning now because in 10 months, I'm not gonna be able to go to work at all, do any kind of business, or interact with a human being other than those people that live in my household. If you predicted that, then wow, I need you as my consultant. So with all of the variables in the world right now, with everything that we cannot control, I really wanted to make a video today about 3 things that we can control being self-employed during this pandemic. It's not a lot, and I know that there are so many other important things going on right now. I just wanted to make this video for you, for anybody who's feeling extremely stressed out about their self-employment journey, about being self-employed right now, because it's scary. It really is. A lot of us are out of work, out of jobs, not knowing when we will be able to work again, and that can be terrifying, especially when we all still have to pay bills and make sure that we have money to put food on our table, whether for us, our pets, or our children. It's a really scary time, and I just want this video to be a little bit of an encouragement, a little bit of an inspiration for you guys out there facing these troubling times, and giving you 3 things that you can control in this very moment. So first things first, I really have to ask you guys, how are you? Are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you? Because if there is, please let me know. I will definitely be available in the comment box down below, and if you want to message me on social media or anything like that, please feel free to do so. I want you to know that you are not alone in this situation. The first thing that we can do, that we can control, and I know you're gonna be a little hesitant about this, but I want you to take a deep breath. Take 3 deep breaths. Take 5 deep breaths. Now, more than ever, is when we need to really take a step back and take a deep breath. There is so much out there that we cannot control, but one thing that we can control is how we are reacting to these things. You do not need to have it all together right now, okay? It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be panicky. I feel that, and every day is going to be different. There are some days where I'm like, yes, I can make it through this. I know I can make it through this. And then there are other days where I am just crippled on the floor, freaking out about everything that's happening. It is a process, and it's just really important to start with one deep breath. Once we've taken that deep breath, once we have settled ourselves just a little bit, calmed down just a little bit, the next really important thing that I think that all small businesses or self-employed people should start looking into is the financial side of things. If you have bills such as rent and utilities and things like that, or any kind of overhead for your business, for you in general, start looking at those and making sure that you understand what is still due, what you can defer to a later date, what you can pay in half, and all of that stuff. We live in a very interesting time right now where a lot of things are negotiable because we're all facing the same thing. It's not like one of us is going through something really hard and we have to make other people understand what we're going through. We're all going through the same thing. And so a lot of stuff is very negotiable right now. So I encourage you to reach out to your credit card companies, your renting, all of those things, and to see what you can owe now and what you can owe later, what you can pay half of, and all that kind of stuff. And then it's also really important as people who are self-employed or small businesses to start looking into the financial aid and financial assistance that is in place by our government. Now, obviously, I'm talking mostly America and the United States in general. I am in Florida, so that's another thing to note as I'm talking through some of these things. And I really would love to give you guys just the lowdown and all the information I possibly can on all the financial systems here, but I just honestly do not understand it completely myself. So I think that would be a very great disservice to you guys to try to start explaining things and then say something that is incorrect that could badly affect you or your business. So there are a few things that I am gonna go over real quick, but please know that you should always do your research. You should always consult, financial advisors in all of this situation, and there is a lot of places to look for good information, and I'm going to give you guys some of that information. So the first thing I want to start with is unemployment. So normally, if the world was working at its normal capacity, if everything was business as usual, gig economy workers, self-employed workers, and independent contractors would not be qualified or capable of applying for unemployment benefits. However, right now, because everyone is facing the same troubles and not really anybody is able to work right now, the government has kind of changed a lot of these rules, and it goes state by state, so you'll have to look into your state specifically, but some states are allowing gig economy workers, so anybody who works gigs, independent contractors, people like that, and certain self-employed people to file for unemployment. And that's very important because that is some money that you could use to help pay for your own personal rent and stuff like that, and all your bills in general. So it's really important that you look into that. Furthermore, from that, if you are self-employed or an independent contractor, or you own a small business under 500 employees, there are two really important loans that you should look into. One is an emergency loan, and that one I believe you have to pay back all of it at some point. And then there is a Paycheck Protection Program loan that is a possibly completely forgivable loan. So you have to meet the requirements on that, but that loan can possibly be completely forgiven depending on all of the stuff that you do and all the requirements that you meet for that loan. Those two loans are very important. I believe you can apply for both loans, but don't quote me on that. One video that I highly suggest that you go check out actually is Sophia Amoruso, who is the founder and creator of Nasty Girl and Girl Boss. She posted on, I think it was her Instagram last night, a video kind of explaining just what I explained, but more in depth. She had way more information about it, and it was really nice to watch another person who owns a business who is in the same situation as us talking about some of the loans and the small business loans and stuff like that, and how her company is working to gain those so that they can continue to pay their employees and stuff like that. To me, it was very helpful. There is also obviously tons of videos and articles out there for you to read to understand better what loan might be best for you, if you are eligible for certain things. So make sure 100% you do your research. Definitely check out the SBA's website. That's where you can find more information on the loans, but really utilize some of these things because this is not something that you would always get if you were in a hardship with your business. These are things that are very useful and could possibly be the difference between you being able to pay your employees or pay your bills and not being able to pay your bills during this time. So that is one thing that you can control, is you can go out and look for these opportunities, look for these loans, and do your research. And the last thing that you can do right here, right now, the last thing that you have control over in this situation is I want you to start thinking outside of the box. Start getting creative. Right now, obviously, we cannot interact face to face, but there are things that we can still do. We can still connect with each other. We can still communicate with each other. And I think that's really important and the first step in this process of building something new and building something creative here. So basically what I'm talking about, and I will give you me as an example for this, is one of the jobs that I do that I am super passionate about is I am a yoga teacher. I've been teaching yoga for over 3+ years and I am just in love with it. And I had thought about starting my YouTube channel back in January, and I have like 3 videos up on it currently, 2 of which I have posted since all of this has gone down. Basically, I have turned from what would have been an in-person thing. I teach yoga classes in person to a group of people, and that is something that I'm so ready to get back to, but I know that's not something I can do right now. That is out of my control. But what I do have control over is I've been doing weekly yoga classes on Facebook and Instagram to as many people as they want to come to the class or check in for the class. Now, me personally, I am not charging for these classes. It's completely donation based, so I am actually receiving some donations from amazing people out there who are willing to give $5, $10 every now and then, which is really amazing. But for the most part, I'm doing everything that I'm doing completely for free. And I think that that part for me is important because I'm not so much focusing on the numbers, because right now times are tough. We're all tightening our belts, budgeting money out. So especially someone like me where 4 out of my 5 jobs, well actually 5 out of my 5 jobs are like luxury services, if you will. And so I think we should turn our focus away from how can we make more money, because that's kind of out of our control. But what we can control is the impact that we still have on our customers, our friends, and our family. And I think that turning our focus to that is really important, because I think it's something that we don't do a lot. Of course, as a business, as someone who's trying to make money, the number and making money is that important thing, and we don't spend too much time, you know, creating those relationships, creating that rapport between us and our customers or us and our clientele, whatever it may be. So I really encourage you to think outside the box at this moment. And to me, that could mean a whole variety of things. And to you, you may be thinking in this very moment, like, Brandy, how could I possibly think outside of the box? How could I possibly be reaching family, friends, and clients right here, right now, from my home in this situation? And I have a list of examples for you. So let's say you're a cook or a baker of some sort, and you can't get your baked goods out or anything like that because you can't deliver or you can't go into your work or something like that. Some things to think outside of the box so you can still reach your clients, so you can still reach new people as well, is you could do a Facebook or Instagram live cooking show, or you could create recipes that you post on a blog of some sort. You could do it donation based, like I'm doing my yoga of some sort, like here is a recipe. If you would like to donate, feel free to do so. If not, a lot of people are going to be looking for things that they can do at home. So we're really gearing our minds and our businesses to things that we can value and things that we can give to our customers or our clientele that they can do at home. Another great example is I have a friend who's an amazing artist, and she's been hosting live art classes where she teaches people how to do a specific picture of the day. They do one specific picture and she teaches people how to draw that item. I think that is an amazing idea, because not only are you getting people to use their creative side at home, you're getting people something to do with their time. You know, a lot of us are binge watching Netflix or playing video games. You're giving them another outlet or another thing to do during this time. That, for one, is really amazing. And two, it kind of starts to get your name out there. It shows how you do your artwork and stuff like that. that. So maybe someone is watching that needs a logo design or something like that, and later on will remember, hey, I remember that one girl on Facebook who was doing that art class, and I really want to reach out to her to see if she'll draw me some things, which could bring a new clientele into you or a new way for you to make money off of your art. I obviously already gave you the example for me of being a yoga teacher, but that can apply to things like Pilates teachers or workout trainers or personal trainers, nutritionists, all of that kind of thing. We can turn to YouTube, we can turn to Facebook or Instagram, any way that we can reach people, and that we probably already have our business on that, as a lot of us probably already have, you know, Facebook pages for our business or Instagram accounts for our business. These are really great places to start putting out that information and putting out those classes or whatever, because not only are you adding value to people's lives in a dire time, but you're also getting more advertising for yourself out there. And I don't want to make it sound like you're capitalizing on this problem, but honestly, even for me, like, friends and family have been sharing my live classes, which I'm so grateful for. Like, the word of mouth is one of the best ways of advertising, because it just so genuine, and you know that, you know, if your best friend tells you about this one thing, you're more likely to go check that out than if you see like a Facebook ad for it. And so people sharing my yoga page that I'm doing my live classes on has actually helped gain me likes and followers on my Facebook page, which hopefully when this is all over and done can lead to more people who are coming to my classes or hiring me to do private lessons and stuff like that. So while I know right now is super stressful and we may feel the need to push towards making money right now, or pushing towards trying to like squeeze basically the little bit of money out of any of our customers that we possibly can, or clientele that we possibly can, I think it's more important right now to kind of refine yourself. Find things that maybe you can do after this is all over that adds more value to your customers. If you have a brick and mortar shop, if that's like part of your small business is a brick and mortar shop, and you sell things in that shop, can you sell things on Facebook, on Etsy, on eBay, on Poshmark, on any of those selling sites? If you can send some of your items there and be able to ship them to your customers, you might find that your small town business that you make really good sales in is actually more popular, and you can send something from, you know, Florida to California, or California to North Carolina, something like that. You may find from, you know, playing around with things and thinking outside of the box in this moment, that you find services that you can even supply to your clientele or your customers that you never would have thought of had business been running as usual. And so basically, I guess what I'm getting at here is that I really want to encourage you that this time could be a time where you find a breakthrough in your business, in your company, in your mission in life. Find that one thing that maybe you can use after this is all done. I don't want you to think that just because you can't interact face to face with your customers or your clientele anymore, that it means everything's done. I really, really want to see as many businesses as possible reopening after this is all said and done. I want to see people supporting each other in all of this. And it's gonna be hard. We're all gonna be, you know, on a budget, like I said before, and it's gonna be hard to give as much as we would like to give, or, you know, buy even the things that we wanna buy. But I think if we can, it's important to share and help each other out in this moment. Because at the end of the day, that is something that we can control, and that is something that moving forward we can spend more of our time focusing on. So at the end of the day, the world may seem chaotic, it may seem crazy, and it may seem like we have absolutely no control over anything in this world right now. But we do have control over at least 3 things when it comes to being self-employed or owning our own business. And that is 1, taking a deep breath, 2, getting our finances in order, and 3, getting creative about the ways that we're interacting with our customers. Okay, Melisfairs, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please, please, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. If you're not already, I post videos every Wednesday and Saturday, possibly Mondays moving forward, but I'm not committing to anything just yet, but you definitely don't want to miss out on a single video. I'm really trying to create really valuable content to you guys that is enjoyable and entertaining and adds value to your life and your day. And if there is any kind of video, any specific topic that you want me to talk about specifically, feel free to leave that down in the comment box down below. I will be reading all of your comments, and if I see anything that I'm like, ooh, I can make a video about that, I definitely will. So yeah, I really hope you found value in today's video. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great day, a great week, and I will see you on Wednesday with a brand new vlog. Bye!